Okay, so one more time. If you are welding, you need to also group those two items. If you just weld them, they are not going to stick together. They're not glued down to one another. Okay? You've kerned them, maybe you pulled them next to one another and you've overlapped and you've told it that you want them to be welded, but they're not really welded until you group them. So we're going to go back, and group them until they are blue together. I'm just going to zoom right back out. And if I have grouped them correctly, then I'll be able to move the whole thing all by itself. Now, all I've done here is just made the letter M. Okay, I'm going to go back here where my menu is, and I'm going to save. I'm going to go save as, and I'm going to say magic.wb, magic word book, dot, I'm going to go shift, so I have a capital, and give myself a letter M. So you can see there, designate that M. So this is just the page with the letter M on it. Click OK. There you go. The M page is done. I'm going to go back, open up a new file, click on Open, and if you look in my menu, now I have, let's see, I really want you to see that, so give me a second while I make that more visible. I have magic.wb and I have magic.wbm. I'm going to open magic.wb, and I really want to open that as a template. So if I go back in my Cricut application, and I'm sorry that's taking so long, go back in my Cricut application, then when I come to the main menu, I will open a template instead of opening a new page completely. I'm going to go back to open as a template. And again, this is where I would select magic.wb. And there it is, still in gray. This time I'm going to do the A. So go back into my menu. I'm in George right now. So I'll go ahead and pull up that square that I want. I'm going to pop back over to the Mickey font. And I'm going to pull out the A that I want, pop back to my screen. There are the two pieces that I'm going to be working with, the square and the A. I know, hard to see. I'm going to ungroup them, and first I'm just going to work with my letter A. So I'm going to lay it over. Once again, you can see there that I have one A scattered on top of the other one. I need to resize the smaller one, so I'm again using that as a guide, the gray template as a guide, until my letters get up to 1.19 inches. I'm going to make sure that I get my little A right on top of that template, as close as possible. Perfect. Now you can see just the A is highlighted in blue because I've laid the A on top of my template. I'm going to go back to my original screen size, and with my square from Georgian Basic Shapes, I'm holding down the larger ball so that I can make it bigger and bigger. See, it started to get bigger. I'm going to keep going. Again, you do not have to do it this way. I just haven't been paying attention to what size that square should be. So this is kind of the only other way that I can do this. It's really close right now. Almost the right size. Okay, I'm going to zoom in, because if you look closely, you can see that there's a gap between my pages, and by zooming in, I can go ahead and make sure that I've got these guys completely lined up and that everything is the right size. it was not the right size. That's why it wasn't working. So I'm going to go back and change the size. Make it just a hair or two bigger. Okay, 6.10 inches. 6.10 inches. So next page I won't have to do that. Deet, 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 deet. I can just go into my menu and tell it specifically what height I want it to be. So now I have that lined up, and I have my letter A done, and now I need to weld those two. So I'm going to go into my grouping. I'm going to grab my little page here. I'm going to also grab my letter A. They've highlighted blue on my screen. Make sure that I've got the group button on. I'm going to click over to the advanced screen, and now I'm going to weld them using the weld button. Okay, and now they're showing red on my screen because I've welded those two letters. So now I'm done with my second page. Again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to save as. I'm on this screen again. I'm typing in magic.wb. Hitting shift so I can get this a capital so it'll stand out, A. So you can see that there. And then I'm going to click OK. So now I have the M page done and I have the A page done. I'm going to continue to do this for GIC, finish the word magic, and then also do that for my little Mickey head here at the end. Okay. When I go to cut these out, the template, the gray page, the background, is not going to show through. It's just a reference point. Okay. The only thing that's going to cut out are the parts that I've welded together. So I hope that between the two videos here, this was helpful for you. If you have any other questions, please let me know. I think I'll finish this little cutting out my pages and everything and actually make this into a real project. Alright, if you had any questions, you can see me on the message board. I'm probably on the Gypsy forums right now since I just got it, or you can email me at scrapperbug2002@yahoo.com. That's scrapper as in scrapbooker, bug, B-U-G, 2002@yahoo.com. Bye!